Here's the thing about being childhood megastars. The attention gets boring at some point. Well, at least this was the case for a particular set of iconic twins. Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen have kept their lives as private as two world-famous child stars turned adult designers can manage. Even though the fashion designers have taken a step back from fame, we just had to tell you about this amazing news. Ashley Olsen is married. Before we jump into the romance between the fashion designer and her artist beau, allow us to expand on how private Ashley Olsen keeps her life. It's not news that the Olsen sisters are famous. They started as child actors and moved on to create their own production company and clothing line as teens, to become fully fledged fashion designers and businesswomen. They were basically icons for young girls in the 2000s. The sisters grew up in the spotlight.
My favorite thing is playing on TV.
Having all this attention can sometimes be harmful, especially when it comes to women and young girls, and especially at the time. Imagine being compared as the uglier twin, or having your high school peers selling photos and info about you to whoever's ready to buy. If it wasn't bad enough that the Olsen twins were thrust into fame as literal babies, the pair had to endure a creepy onslaught of headlines counting down to their 18th birthday, the day when they could legally consent to intimate relations. Some guy even created a website called Twin Tracker that cross-referenced the age of the Olsen twins with the age of legal consent in all 50 states. Gross. As the creepy countdown to the Olsen's 18th birthday ran out, Mary-Kate was struggling with something serious behind the scenes. Harmful rumors floated around about a cocaine addiction, noting the star's stark thinness. Even the twins themselves poked fun at Mary-Kate's weight. They played paparazzi in an episode of Saturday Night Live, shouting, "You're so skinny, eat a sandwich!" In truth, the child star was suffering from anorexia, and she didn't get treatment until she was faced with an intervention. That's why the Olsen family taught their daughters the value of privacy, and that's why the twins have basically retreated from fame.
The twins hate certain things that people say to you.
Well, for us, I think it's more like, are you Mary or Kate? Or are you Mary, Kate, and Ashley?
Oh wait, or are you the Ashley twin?
In a July 2021 interview with ID Magazine, Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen gave insight into why they choose to lead such private lives. Mary-Kate explained that she and her sister are simply discreet people, and that is how they were raised. They don't even use social media. We don't dive into that world. We don't have Instagram or Facebook, so we've never been connected to our customers or fans in that way. We've stayed quite sheltered, Ashley said in 2011. The businesswoman elaborated that she no longer enjoys being the center of attention. Perhaps this is because of how she and her sister grew up, but they just don't like to draw attention to themselves and what they're doing.
Hey, the one time I want it to be about me for a change?
Now that we've cemented how private Ashley is, let's talk about her journey to becoming a Mrs. The former actress's relationships with a few high-profile names have been full of mystery and avoiding paparazzi. She was first linked to Jared Leto in 2005. The 30 Seconds to Mars singer and the fashion designer have had an on-again, off-again relationship.
So, 5 years, man, long time.
In 2011, they reunited briefly before calling it quits on their love story. Olsen then dated Subi Jean CEO Greg Chait. Page 6 reported they ended things in 2007, citing commitment issues as the reason they parted ways. She also had a short relationship in 2007 with the infamous cyclist Lance Armstrong. The author of the biography Cycle of Lies, The Fall of Lance Armstrong, alleged that Armstrong was warned not to involve himself with the then 21-year-old actress because dating someone 15 years his junior could ruin his image. After that, the fashion icon and the Hangover actor Justin Bartha dated for 3 years. It was her most public relationship. The couple regularly attended events together. They broke up in 2011.
You had a public relationship with Ashley Olsen, right?
At one point I did, yeah.
Tabloids followed you around?
A lot, yeah. Well, it definitely knocks some curiosity out of you.
Then Ashley followed in her sister's footsteps and found love with an older man. She began dating financier and art collector Richard Sachs in 2016. He was 28 years her senior. Us Weekly reports they ended their relationship because Ashley wanted to focus on her clothing line. Since 2017, the 36-year-old had been dating Louis Eisner. Eisner is an artist whose paintings show off an abstract style. He is the son of an accomplished jewelry designer, photographer, stylist, publisher, and former Vogue fashion editor Lisa Eisner. His father is a movie and music mogul, entertainment lawyer and philanthropist Eric Eisner. The man was born into creativity. Ashley and Louis had attended high school in the Los Angeles area and had mutual friends. This was how they came to know each other. It's unclear exactly when they became an item, but reportedly the pair had been friends for many years before giving romance a try. Not much has been revealed about this romance. They're a super low-key couple. The Radar online website reported back in February 2019 that the two quietly started dating 2 years prior. They were first seen publicly at the Hammer Museum's gala in October 2017. When we say the Olsens keep a low profile, we're not kidding. The Full House actress and her beau have only been photographed together a few times in almost 6 years of being together. As we mentioned earlier, she likes to keep her personal life away from the spotlight, so she never says anything about her love life in interviews. She's a very professional woman, we'll give her that. Although it's not just the former child actress who steers clear of media attention. Louis likes his privacy too, and that's why we hardly ever see the pair at events or on red carpets together. Well, that and Ashley hardly does red carpets anymore. Really, it was never a case of hiding their relationship so much as it was trying to hide from cameras in general. It's not that they are trying to keep their relationship on the down low. Louis just doesn't like the spotlight, even less so than Ashley, a source told Radar. About a year into their relationship, a different source spilled some details about the couple. They claimed that Olsen and Eisner weren't rushing to get married. He's a long-term relationship kind of guy, but he doesn't follow societal norms, the insider shared at the time. There was one time, though, when the designer hinted that things were going great in her relationship. In Mary-Kate and Ashley's August 2018 WSJ magazine interview, the outlet noted that the blonde was contemplating moving to Los Angeles full-time. This could be because that's where her lover had been based at the time, and she wanted to spend more time with him. In the same year, the couple was seen taking a PDA-packed stroll around Bel Air. At the time, a source told the media that they seemed very comfortable with each other. Eisner had his arm around her and they were talking the whole time. Then, in 2019, Life and Style magazine reported that the lovebirds would move in together. This information came from an insider who said, Louis packed up his art studio in Mexico City and his place in LA to go with her so they could see each other more. How sweet! As for where the pair decided to build their love nest, Olsen and Eisner settled on the Hamptons. This area is far removed from the chaos of New York City. It's known primarily for being a vacation spot for Manhattan's elite. Not too shabby, eh? Whereas some people would be bothered by how quiet the Hamptons are in winter, that's seemingly why Ashley and Louis landed on it. It's giving romance movie vibes. The same year they moved in together was the same year engagement rumors sparked. Ashley was spotted going out for dinner with Louis in Los Angeles. She was wearing a gold band on that finger. Despite all the hustle and bustle surrounding the sighting, the pair never addressed the speculation. Maybe she just likes accessorizing her ring finger? The lovebirds continued to keep their relationship under wraps as time went on. After nearly a year of not being seen, they signaled their relationship was still on and strong in March 2021 when they were photographed out on a date in New York City. Ashley and Louis are so low-key that there was only one time his lover graced the artist's socials. On July 9th, 2021, the painter made his rare move, posting a photo of the designer on his Instagram story. Yeah, sadly not the main feed. Thank goodness for screenshots. In the picture, Ashley was carrying a drink and a machete. A theme party of sorts, maybe? The couple made their first and so far only red carpet appearance in 2021. It also marked Olsen's first red carpet appearance in 2 years. The event was a celebration for Young Eisner Scholars, a nonprofit founded by Eisner's dad. By the end of 2022, wedding bells were ringing. The high fashion mogul has kept her 5-year relationship with her partner out of the spotlight, so it comes as no surprise that she wanted a wedding that was just as low-key. Sources told Page 6 that the two wed in a hush-hush ceremony at a private Bel Air home as the year came to an end. Only a few dozen guests attended the event on December 28th. Specifics about the ceremony are unclear, but one insider said that it went late with 50 people or so total. A relatively small, intimate, but no doubt chic affair. While we can respect Ashley's value for privacy, we're dying to see her wedding dress. Although we know hardly anything about Ashley Olsen's relationship with Louis Eisner, it seems like they're building their happily ever after together. Congratulations are in order for the newlyweds. Though they choose to stay mostly out of the spotlight these days, one thing's for sure. This full house just gained one more family member. Be well and be kind.